Hey, I'm Nate Savage, and in this video, I want to show you how to play a solo on the guitar. Now, it doesn't matter if you've never played guitar before, or if you think that playing lead guitar is just too hard. I'm going to show you the very basics that you need to know to play a really cool solo along to a jam track and prove to yourself that you can play the guitar. I'm going to be using an electric during this lesson, but it doesn't matter if you have an electric or an acoustic, either one will work. We're going to be covering things pretty quickly throughout this lesson, so if you need some more detailed lessons on picking, scales, or how to read tab, things like that, you're going to want to check out the Guitar Toolbox. You can get free access to it at guitarlessons.com/toolbox. First off, we need to go over some basic picking technique tips. And I'm going to be using a flat pick for this lesson, but you don't have to use a pick at all. You can use your thumb or your finger. It's really up to you. If you are using a pick though, just stick the pick out in front of you like that. Put your thumb on it, perpendicular to it, and then just come down on it with your index finger as naturally and relaxed as you can. Once you got that grip, that's going to be your basic grip for picking. Just come to your guitar and pick any string with the downstroke. Try not to tense up and don't just lock your wrists and pick from your elbow like that. Just stay relaxed. Make small motions. Those are some basic picking tips that you're going to want to keep in mind as you move through this lesson. Now let's move on to the fretting hand. Just a couple of quick technique tips for this. Put your hand out in front of you, kind of like you're holding a baseball, really relaxed. Bring it to the neck of the guitar, and you can put one finger on any fret on the guitar, but I'm going to put my first finger on the 12th fret of the third thinnest string, or it's usually the fret with two dots on it on the fretboard. Just press that down, stay really relaxed on the very tip of your finger, right behind the fret. That's some basic fretting hand technique to remember. For the solo in this lesson, we're going to be using a scale called the blues scale. Don't worry too much about that right now. You can learn the scale shape later. For now, just focus on kind of imitating what I do as we learn the solo. Now I need to talk a little bit about timing and counting. A piece of sheet music, when you look at it, is divided up into measures by vertical lines, and each measure has a set number of beats or counts in it. In the case of our example, or the jam track we're going to be playing along to, each measure has 4 beats in it. So really the only thing you need to concern yourself with right now is being able to count along to the music in groups of 4 or 4 beats per measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me pull up the jam track we'll be playing along to and show you what I mean. We'll count along. Okay, so here's the groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to be able to feel that groove and count along as the music goes. The next little piece of information we need to cover is the chord progression you're going to be playing over as you solo. It's called the standard 12-bar blues progression, and it's really popular, but the only thing you really need to concern yourself with is the fact that it's 12 measures or 12 bars long, and each one of those bars has 4 beats in it. So you need to count along as you play your solo to keep track of where you are. Just realize that you're going to do that a total of 12 times, so count to 4 12 times. Let's go ahead and get into learning the solo now that you have the basics that you need to know down. And again, if you're new to the guitar, don't worry about scale shapes or anything like that. Just try to imitate what I do and memorize the pattern of notes as we learn the solo. Now, since this is a 12-bar solo or 12-measure solo, what we're going to do is break this down into 3 4-bar phrases so the solo is a little bit easier to learn. Now, we're only going to be using half notes and whole notes throughout this entire solo, and if you don't know what that means, I'll tell you real quick. A whole note looks like a hollow circle, and it gets 4 full beats. A half note looks like a whole note with a little stem on it, and they only get 2 beats. Just keep that in mind as we learn this. All right, find the 12th fret of the G string and put your first finger on there. Again, that's usually the fret with 2 dots on it, so that might help you. If that doesn't, just count up 12. With your first finger right behind the fret, and then pick that note with a downstroke. And you're going to notice that that note has an arrow with a fraction 1/2 pointing up. That means you're going to push up a little bit on that string just to give it some style. Bend it up. Or you can pull down on it too, it's really up to you. Just try to imitate that sound. And that's a whole note, so you're going to hold that out for the entire first measure. So count 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can pull down again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that may be new to you, bending like that, and your finger may be sore for a while. You may have to build up some strength in that index finger to do that. One tip is you can put your thumb over the fretboard to get some leverage if you're bending up. That'll help. If you're pulling down, you probably don't want to do that. You probably want to keep your thumb behind the neck. But just get used to doing that. Or the other way. And that's the whole first measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to come to the 14th fret of the D string, or the fourth thickest string there, with your third finger. That's the next note. And you're going to see a squiggly line over that whole note there. And that just means to give it some vibrato for style. And you can do this or not do this. It's really up to you. Basically, you're just going to bend it over and over again to give it some style. Or you can bend it up too. Or bend it down. But that's going to be our recurring theme throughout this solo. And we're going to keep coming back to it, you'll see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be a great starting point. Just get those two notes down and practice them over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As a matter of fact, measures 3 and 4 are the exact same thing. You just play that phrase twice. So the first 4 measures of the solo would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So practice that over and over again. And at first, if all you can do is not bend that note, just play it straight, and then play the next note straight without any vibrato on it. That's totally fine. But really try to get that bend in there. And the vibrato too, to give it some style. All right, and so the next 4-bar phrase, so measures 5 through 8, you're going to start on the 14th fret of the G string, or the third thinnest string, with your third finger. That's a whole note there, so you're just going to play that and hold it out for 4 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The next measure goes to the 12th fret of that same string with your first finger. And here's our first half note, so you're only going to hold this note out for 2 beats. So 1, 2, then move back to that 14th fret with your third finger on that same string. That's another half note there. So for beats 3 and 4 that measure, play that note, 3, 4. So those first 2 bars or measures of the second phrase will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you may have to look back at your picking hand to make sure you're hitting the right string. That can be really hard when you start out, but don't let that slow you down. Just make sure you look back and work on your aim with your picking hand. Measures 7 and 8, or the last 2 measures of the second 4-bar phrase of this solo, go back to your little recurring theme, So same exact thing, 12th fret of the G string, or third thinnest string, with your first finger. Bend it up, whole note, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 14th fret of the fourth thinnest string there for a whole note. So let me play that whole second phrase for you, or measures 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your time with this. Get this second 4-bar phrase down really well to where you don't have to think about it too much to play it. And then you can move on to the third and final 4-bar phrase. That one starts off on the 12th fret of the second thinnest string with your first finger. That's a whole note, so play that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then hop over to the 12th fret of the thinnest string and play that one for another whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that can be a little bit tricky because you kind of have to either roll your index finger over or have a little gap in between those notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the roll. Or you can do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 11 kind of repeats our recurring theme in a little bit different way. We're going to use half notes to play it, and it's going to be up 1 octave higher. Don't worry too much about that. Just put your pinky on the 15th fret of the highest string. You're going to play a half note there. Play 1, 2, and bend it up just like you did with the first note you played, you know. You're just going to take that 15th fret of the high E string and play 1, 2, and bend it up a little. You can use all your fingers to help bend up on that. That'll make it easier for you, and bring your thumb over the edge of the fretboard. That'll give you some leverage. So 1, 2, and then you're going to come down to the 12th fret of the thinnest string with your first finger and play another half note there. 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last measure, you just kind of roll your index finger over or hop your finger over to the 12th fret of the B string, the second thinnest string, and play a whole note there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me play that entire last 4-bar phrase for you. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that can be a lot to think about, you know, fretting hand, picking hand, what notes to play, when to bend a note, when to put vibrato on a note, but take it 1 4-bar phrase at a time and work on each one until you can try to put them together and play the whole thing through all at once. I'll give you an example of what that sounds like with the jam track right now. I know this is pretty simple, but if you can play through that solo, you're doing a great job, and you've proven to yourself that you can play lead guitar. Now, if you have any questions about soloing or playing lead guitar, you can leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Or if you have a friend that's been wanting to get into playing lead, but they haven't taken that initial step, you know, just share this video with them. That way you can take this journey together. There's so much more to learn as far as lead guitar goes, and this is really just the tip of the iceberg. If you're interested in learning more, you should check out the Guitar Toolbox. It's a free bundle of over 50 step-by-step lessons covering 9 essential topics. You can find out more about it at guitarlessons.com/toolbox. Go grab it right now, and I'll see you in a future video.